Good morning, everyone. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm Katie Lovewell here with Louise Lovewell. We are part of the real estate Lovewell team serving the East Bay, San Francisco Bay Area. And we are here to give you our monthly update. So Louise has some recent data she'd like to share with you for what she's seen on the selling side. So take it away, Louise.
And don't forget, happy St. Patty's Day. Everybody's wearing their green, right?
Yes.
So it has definitely been an interesting month. We have had sales in San Leandro, San Lorenzo, and Castro Valley. And I took out the statistic things, and there's just a shortage. And so it's like, I can't even say, it's like every time we have a listing, the agents are calling us and saying, can they do a preemptive? Preemptive means like, can they write an offer before the offers are due? And then when the offers are due, we get anywhere from between 9 to 15, something like that, 9 to 15 offers. And, you know, it's hard to say. I mean, people, you know, like I'm looking at it like, here's like Castro Valley. So if I go Castro Valley, in February of this year, there were 22 sales. Last year, there was 18. Kind of hard to imagine. The year of COVID, the beginning year, there were 32. So I guess if you look at that in Castro Valley, it means like we're down in the number of home sales, detached homes in Castro Valley. If I go like to San Leandro, it's kind of the opposite, because this year, this month, there were 32 sales, but in the first year of COVID, there were only 19. So it's a flip-flop of Castro Valley. So go figure. If I look at San Lorenzo, kind of, again, like this year or this month, 16 sales, and 20 in February of 20 was 10 sales. Last year was 17. And then like, even if I take like Hayward, 65 this month or February, and like 54 in the first year of the COVID. But in all those four cities that I just mentioned, you know, the curve is just going up, because it's like everything that comes out, you price it here and it ends up here. I mean, Katie had one in Hayward that just went crazy. It just like I don't know, wouldn't you say, Katie? I mean, everything is just, it's the tricky part is the buyers are coming in and making their offers, and the offers are non-contingent. And then there's always the worry of like, well, what's going to happen with the appraiser? Because that appraiser's got to give it value. And I mean, we do our best to give them all the information and give them the improvements, but I mean, definitely for the appraisers, they must be setting some new appraisal highs. What do you think, Katie?
For sure. It's basically the bottom of the market is where there's the most, because that's where people are are entering. So it's, you know, what's the most quote unquote affordable for the Bay Area. And so there's the most people are going for the homes that are cheapest again in the area. And so, yeah, it's the house in Hayward you refer to. We are pending 60,000 over the last sale on that street because there's just so much competition. But we got 12 offers, and 8 out of those 12 offers, the buyers waived all their contingencies, their inspection, their appraisal, and their loan, because there's just so much competition. And so why the inventory, I guess it's not that much lower from years previous, but every time a house comes up, there's just so much demand. It just, you know, people are concerned because interest rates are going up. They're gobbling up whatever houses they are. So, I mean, every city is different and what's considered the bottom of the market, but if it's the lower price homes for that city, it gets a ton of competition. So that's what we're definitely seeing on the selling side. The buying side, I mean, because of this, it's very difficult. So, you know, if there's a house that someone's overlooking that you can, it's hard to overlook a house because there's so many people looking. There's very few houses that are being overlooked. Otherwise, I think some buyers are just waiting it out, waiting to see, because every year there is some kind of dip in prices, a slowdown. Typically it's in the second half of the year. So for those buyers that are just like, I can't do this, I can't waive all the contingencies, I don't want to be part of this. you know, we say, let's just keep watching the market, seeing what happens every month, because there was a very brief period last year, say like maybe starting a little bit in July, but through September, in which the market did slow down. And that was a very good time. If you were a buyer, the competition went way down. So just kind of really watching to see, is there another window like that, and going for it.
Yeah, and adding to that, I was talking to one of our loan officers. He said he feels that, you know, right now the interest rates are right around 4 or something. And he says in the very near future, it's going to be 5. So if it's 5, that is definitely, there's going to be some, what I'm going to call fallout isn't the right word, but some attrition of like where buyers are going to just back out because they can't afford it. You know, at 5%, they can't afford that $1.6 million house. Maybe they got to do $1.3 million house or $1 million or whatever. So I don't know when that's going to happen, but
I think it is happening now. I know personally of a buyer who the interest rates went up, and actually we had one that closed in, I think, January, and if it was a very long escrow, and if we had gone into contract with that buyer later in the beginning of January versus in December, I'm not sure the buyer would have been able to buy the home because of the interest rates. And I have 2 other examples of people saying, I need to lower my max price because the interest rates have gone up and I can no longer afford what I could before. So it's definitely, I think, having a real effect for people already, and will continue to have an impact as the rates continue to go up.
I agree. So anyway, his feeling is that there's, you know, with this next bump of interest rate going from 4 something to 5, there's going to be an attrition of buyers. It'll be interesting to see with our new listings coming in, what will happen to them.
Right,
But
definitely.
will it get as crazy as it was before? My feeling is maybe not as much, because there's definitely going to be some fallout.
For sure.
So
the market continues to be rough on buyers, great for sellers, and that's what we're seeing. Anything else you want to add?
no, I think that's it. I'm thinking just watch how the interest rates do. I think that's going to be the turning point is the interest rate. You know, once it gets to like 4.5 or even 5, there, you know, though again, I guess that's where maybe the next time we'll have to have Bill come back on, because it's interesting, because I think, you know, there's the jumbo, whatever that maximum is. And then once you go beyond it, there's a little group, and then, you know, sometimes things open up. So I don't know, you know, as far as the interest rates. Good questions to ask Bill at our next meeting.
For sure.
So stay tuned, everybody. Goodbye to everybody. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy, wear your green. Have a wonderful St. Patrick's Day, and yeah, just enjoy.
All right. Bye.